So I'm going to show you how to do 1 by 1 ribbing in the round. That means knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Here's an example of what 1 by 1 ribbing looks like. This is at the bottom of my Arrowmont mitten pattern, which is for sale on my website. And you can see that there's a long cuff of 1 by 1 ribbing, and then a short cuff at the top of the fingers, and just a round or two of 1 by 1 ribbing at the top of the thumb. So 1 by 1 is great because it's super elastic and very, very forgiving. It makes a really nice stretchy fabric that hugs into itself and almost makes it look like it's just the knit stitch. A lot of people really like 1 by 1 ribbing for flat knitting projects, like a scarf, that they don't want to have a right side and a wrong side. So in 1 by 1 ribbing, the front looks just like the back. And when we do it in circular knitting, the only thing you need to make sure that you have is that your total number of stitches is divisible by 2, because knit 1, purl 1 is a 2-stitch repeat. So here you can see that at the beginning of my round, here's my tail marking the beginning of my round, where I started with knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And again, if you're learning how to read your knitting, you can see that the purls look like a bump and the knits look like a V. So I just finished a purl, there's my bump. So the next one is a knit. I'm going to knit the stitch, move the yarn, and purl the stitch, and move the yarn, knit the stitch, move the yarn, purl the stitch, move the yarn. And if you need any help on remembering the difference between knits and purls, or to make sure that you're knitting them and purling them correctly, you can see the other videos in our series where we break down the knit stitch and the purl stitch. So I'm going to keep on repeating, knit 1, move the yarn, purl 1, move the yarn, and as long as you don't forget to move that yarn in between each stitch, then you'll have a wonderful ribbing that stacks up. And because I know that my total stitch number, which is 36 stitches, is divisible by 2, this round should end with a purl. Because knit 1, purl 1 is my pattern repeat. It's 2 stitches wide, just 1 knit, 1 purl, and that goes into 36 evenly. That's the other good thing about knit 1, purl 1, is that your stitch number only has to be divisible by 2. So as long as it's an even number, if you're knitting a sweater on 244 stitches, you know that you can do knit 1, purl 1. If you're knitting a sock on 18 stitches, you know that you can do knit 1, purl 1, because those numbers are even and therefore divisible by 2. And here's my last stitch, purl 1. Now I'm back to the beginning again, and you can see the knit stacked up. I'm going to put another knit right on top of it, and I can start seeing my cables come out. I'm going to purl on top of that purl. So this is what I like to call knit 'em as you see 'em. You now no longer have to say knit, purl to yourself, because if you see a knit, you knit it. If you see a purl, you purl it. And because there's no right side or wrong side, you can just keep going around and around until you've got enough ribbing. So that's knit 1, purl 1 ribbing in the round.